It all started last summer. A friend of mine had come down for the weekend. I was living in Long Point, and we decided to take a boat ride just out into the bay, and we just kept going. We went all the way out to the tip, and it was the first time I'd been out in the tip since for a few years. And we sat down on the tip for a couple hours. I mean, just one of those days, and that's kind of when I knew, I'm like, okay, I got to do something here. This is amazing. I mean, I want to bring people out here and show this. I mean, I was talking about it for weeks after. So what to expect today, we're going to see 25 km/h winds coming from the north. When we get out of the marina here, we're going to go straight out to the south, and we're going to turn to the west and go to the North Channel, into the inner bay, around Bait Island, around Deep Hole Point, point out a few interesting things about the area. And once we're done there, we're going to go out towards Potahawk Point, past the sandbar. We're going to slow down around Potahawk Point and Ryerson Island. There's a few interesting things we're going to point out there. So what we're doing right now is we're looking for the Pratt Shipwreck. The Pratt Shipwreck sank back in 1908. So today, on a clear day, you can see the boiler that sticks up. Now the reason we stop here and show you the shipwreck, yes, it's really interesting if we do get to see it, because what people don't know about Long Point has actually claimed more shipwrecks than the Bermuda Triangle. You can see it? The very first thing people do, almost consistently when they get out to the tip of Long Point, is they want to get out of the boat and they want to walk to the tip. You know, they start walking out there, there's hundreds of roosting shorebirds that flush everywhere, and I think the feeling you get when you go out to the tip of Long Point is that feeling of remoteness. One of the really cool things about going right out to the tip of Long Point, when they get right out on the tip, are the two currents that meet right in the middle. So it's not like going out to the beach. There's two sets of currents, and it's from the littoral drift. And the water, the way it moves, it meets in the middle, and it's almost like a splash pool coming up. And it's hard to explain unless you get out there, but it's a beautiful thing. One thing that people don't know about Long Point area is that it's a World Biosphere Reserve, a UNESCO World Biosphere Reserve. And what makes that so special? Well, first of all, it's the first one named in Canada. And just to give you an idea of the scale of this, the Galapagos Islands are World Biosphere Reserves. The Brazilian Rainforests, the Sahara Desert, the Great Barrier Reef. I mean, we live in an area that is recognized internationally as a very special place on Earth. You know, the landscape itself is so diverse. We have Carolinian forests, rare and endangered species. When I take people out to the tip of Long Point, I almost automatically know that they're going to go out there and they're going to be amazed just by the sheer vastness. The first time you go out there, you're going to feel it's almost guaranteed you're going to have a feeling of awe.
I think everybody should do it. It's just such a unique part of our province, and not everybody gets the opportunity to see this.
But what I want people to take back is an appreciation for what's in our backyard here, what we have just around the corner. You're surrounded by development, but you're 42 kilometers away from it, pulled back in the middle of the lake. It's just, you really can't explain it until you get out there and experience it yourself.